Are you looking for simple, easy to understand information on TPR, aka Total Physical Response? In this video, you'll learn what TPR is, why we use it, and how to use it. And I'll even add some examples of how I use TPR in my online ESL classroom. Plus, I'll throw in some tips on TPR use in general. Sound good? Cool. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Keely. I'm the online teacher chick, and this is my ESL classroom in St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome. I am a Vipkid teacher and mentor. I help you get hired with Vipkid and get students. If you're looking to apply for Vipkid and get help through the hiring process and beyond, click the link below and make sure to enter my referral code, Keely0001. That way, I'll know exactly where you are in the hiring process. I'll be able to help guide you through and answer any questions that you have. If you're serious about teaching online, I'm serious about helping you get started. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to my channel for daily videos, well, Monday through Friday, on teaching ESL, teaching online, and getting hired with Vipkid and being successful with them. Now, what is TPR? TPR is total physical response. I know, not that helpful yet, but hang on. It's a way to teach language by coordinating words and movements. And it's really clever because TPR combines 3 different learning styles in order to achieve this objective. So essentially, what it does is help the learner understand a new language in a holistic way because of the visual, kinesthetic, and auditory components. TPR is something that both the student and the teacher do. It's so much less effective if the student is just sitting there passively observing the teacher. The student needs to be engaged and involved in order for this to work the best. Why use TPR? In short, because everybody wins. TPR is something that's beneficial for both the student and the teacher. For the student, incorporating so many learning styles helps them understand and remember what it is that you're teaching. And obviously in teaching anything, retention is super important. You want your student to be able to understand today and tomorrow and the day after that. Using TPR is a really great way to sort of help that happen. I remember when my daughter was a baby, and clearly we don't understand babies very well. They mostly just cry. But we wanted to at least try to understand her, so we taught her some sign language. And one of the pieces of sign language that she really grabbed onto was a sign for more, which is this. She likes to eat, in case that's not clear, so this came in really handy. So whenever she wanted more of something, like food, but she didn't have the verbal language to express that, she would sign to us, more. And then we'd know what to do. She learned a way to communicate what she wanted, and we were able to understand her communication. Using TPR with kids helps them learn in a similar way. It's more like natural language acquisition, but of course these students have some language, so they're able to form words. So you use words and they do too, along with the actions. TPR benefits the teacher because it helps us better model whatever it is we want our student to learn. It also helps us avoid using incidental language, which could just end up confusing our students. Incidental language is like extra unnecessary language. It kind of gets in the way when a student is trying to learn language. So, for example, if you want your student to say apple, you could say, "Can you say apple?" But that's using incidental language, when instead you could use TPR. Apple. In that example, the use of TPR eliminated 75% of the incidental language. And it's the student output that we really want, so it's good when you can take away some of the teacher talk time. How do we use TPR? Think, show, and tell. Like from elementary school. Literally show it by doing an action that's related, and tell it by saying whatever word it is that you want your student to learn. You might be wondering, what is correct TPR? And that's kind of a hard question because TPR is subjective. You might find that different people use the same or similar kinds of symbols to mean the same things, but you also might find that they're not the same. And that's okay. What you want to do, because you can just make up your own TPR, just make up things that make sense with whatever you're trying to teach. But don't worry, I have examples. You can totally take mine. There are two kinds of TPR. One is instructional and the other is educational. Use instructional TPR when you want your student to know how to do something. This TPR you don't really expect them to mirror. I mean, they might, but you don't expect that. So some examples from my classroom might include circle, if I want my student to circle something. Also, inside Vipkid, there are a lot of interactive lessons where they can drag and drop. I might also ask them to draw a line. And all of this is instructional TPR. I might also use my finger and put it here, which you've probably seen a lot from different videos, but you put your finger here when you want your student to look at your mouth and know how to repeat whatever it is that you're saying. So you don't do this the whole time because this would be too much. But when you want your student to notice something or repeat it, put your finger right here. And then when you want a response, it's good to cup your hand behind your ear, which you've probably also seen, because this means I'm listening, I'm waiting for you to go ahead and respond. And another way to use instructional TPR in class is to correct students. So if a student says something like, I see elephant, they've left out the article, so you can draw their attention to the number of words that should be in the sentence by doing something like, I see an elephant. And when they are expected to respond, cup your ear. Good job. And of course, thumbs up means good job, and they enjoy that too. Use educational TPR when you want your student to understand the meaning of a word. And this is the TPR that you do expect them to mimic. Some examples of single words that I would use instructional TPR for would be happy, sad, run, throw, drive, fly. And then I also would use instructional TPR when I want my students to understand and retain certain phrases like, hello, my name is Teacher Keeley. What is your name? In this case, what is a question. Name is like a name tag. I point to myself. Those are things that they can use to help understand what words I'm saying. I might ask, what do you see? And I've also asked some students, which? Do you like apples? In this case, I also use a prop. What is your favorite color? What do you think? In the most effective classrooms, both instructional and educational TPR are used. And I recommend that you make an effort to use both in your classroom. I know I promised some tips on TPR use in general, so here they are. 1, be mindful of your speaking speed and your TPR speed. You don't want to do it too fast because then students still won't understand. So, hello, my name is Teacher Keeley is a little too much. You want to slow it down like I did in my original example. Also, remember these are students and they're new learners and you want to give them wait time. So you want to give them a second to think about what you've said before you expect their response. Sometimes, because, at least in Vipkid, our students are in China and we're using technology, sometimes there's a bit of a lag in the technology. And then other times, students just need a second to think. So give them some wait time. Also, Repeat words with TPR. Use it frequently so students really can get it and retain it. Thank you for joining me for ESL Teaching Tip Tuesday. I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I'd love to welcome you to the family. I post a video a day, Monday through Friday, about online teaching, teaching ESL, and getting hired and having success with Vipkid. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.